receiving President John Agyekum Kuffour, former President of the Republic of Ghana, and giving him briefing, the two of them exchanging pleasantries, and of course Kuffour also telling her and bidding her Ghana's condolences. So this happened early on, and TV3 is always on top in bringing you the pictures first. For those of you who would miss it, you can catch all these updates later tonight on News 360 as we stay ahead on the coverage of Nelson Mandela's burial. So former President Kuffour currently taking his seat and signing the Book of Condolence. Of course, Kuffour, in his signing on his brief statement, has said that Mandela was a human being fighting a single battle of a united Africa. Would Mandela's legacy live on for a united Africa? Well, that is Kuffour's strong stance. And that's how he knows the man Madiba. Madiba stood for a united Africa. And he is a man who is a human being fighting a single battle of a united Africa. Mandela's legacies will forever live on with us. All right, so born on the 18th of July 1918 to the Tembo royal family, and died on the 5th December 2013. President Kuffour joining several leaders to the residence of the South African High Commissioner to sign the Book of Condolence. We must say that the book would be opened for people who are interested in going there to sign. Former President Jerry Rawlings yesterday signed the Book of Condolence, and it's had several leaders also go there to sign the book. In your shot currently, the South African High Commissioner to Ghana, Jeanette Ndlovu. We're staying ahead in the extensive coverage of the burial rites of the late former President of the Republic of South Africa, Nelson Mandela. Just after, we're expecting that former President Kuffour would interact with the media, and then we'll get the feed of what he also stands to think about this great leader who is being mourned today. Nelson Mandela was the first black South African to hold a presidential office and the first elected in a fully representative democratic election in South Africa. Let's hear from President Kuffour.
Yes, what is it you want me to talk about? Yes.
Mandela's death mean to you?
Ooh, it means a lot. To me personally, I was privileged to have met him a few times. Then, from what I had learnt of him, I thought he was a very rare type of human being. When we talk of people of destiny, definitely he exemplifies such people. We learn about where he was born, how he left the Eastern Cape as a young man to go to Johannesburg, how he was driven by a sense of mission to educate himself, go through tough times to become a lawyer in South Africa, and then how he used the law to champion the cause of his people. Then how he left South Africa, more or less undercover, to travel around the world to solicit support so he could go back to take on the formidable challenge of standing up to the apartheid system. Then what he himself said, he fought against the whites, and he had also fought against the blacks, all because of the injustices they perpetrated on fellow humans. That marked him out as a man who was not parochial at all. He lived for humanity, for the freedom of people, and how he ended up in prison for 27 long years. I'm sure many of you now forcing microphones into my mouth when are not as old as 27. So if you can imagine a human being being locked up for 27 long years, to the extent that by the time we got his freedom, his family in a way had been dismembered, destroyed. He was an old man. But even at that age, he was glorified. He became the leader of his country. 5 years, he showed the way, not only to his nation of South Africa, but to the continent of Africa and to humanity at large. Reconciliation, forgiveness, building of a rainbow society where man would live with man. When I say man here, I include women too. So there would be harmony in society to undertake the difficult work of development, quality development for all humanity, development at peace.
So what should African leaders do?
All these things I'm talking about are objects to be learned. Humility, even when you are in power, and constantly thinking of how to improve the quality of life for all. You don't go in and say, this is my party, or this is my tribe, or this is my religion, or this is my gender. No. Human beings are human beings everywhere.
Yeah.
This man advocated peace and justice for all.
There are concerns that we may not get another kind of human being like Nelson Mandela. How do we ensure that his legacy continues even to the generation coming up?
Those who would learn would learn. Africa is a continent in the making. And look, if you would be in South Africa today, you'd see the whole world, the whole world is there just to mourn him, to see him off gloriously. That people who would take something from the fact that the whole world is mourning him and try to improve themselves wherever they are. You don't need to be only a politician. In whatever field, people of wisdom would want to glean something from the qualities he portrayed. So they would become, if not totally like him, at least a bit like him. So I tell you, Africa and the world are learning.